Best Columnist Serious, Jeff Fox. Jefferson City News Tribune. First place, Best Coverage of Government, Bob Watson, Joe Gam, Jerry Triggs. Best Editorial Pages, Best Story About Religion, Joe Gam. Best Sports Columnist, Tom Rackers. Best Editorial, Jerry Triggs. Community Service, Best Sports Pages. Second place, Best Editorial Cartoon, Jim Dyke. Best Sports Feature Photograph, Jenna Kaiser. Best Health Story, Joe Gam. Best Story About Religion, Joe Gam. Best Sports Columnist, Craig Jackson. Best Editorial, Jerry Triggs. Best Investigative Reporting, Rebecca Martin. Best Business Story, Rebecca Martin. Third place, Best Editorial Cartoon, Jim Dyke. Best Front Page, Best Sports Photograph, Jason Strickland. Magazine Alternative Publication, Samantha Pogue, and the News Tribune staff. Best Page Design, Molly Morris. Best Breaking News Story, Jeff Haldeman. Honorable Mention, Best Overall Design, Best Editorial Cartoon, Jim Dyke. Best Story About Education, Philip Sitter. Best Health Story, Joe Gam. Best News or Feature Special Section, Best Editorial, Jerry Triggs. Best News Story, Rebecca Martin. Best Photo Package, Jason Strickland and Jenna Kaiser. Best Page Design, Molly Morris. The Joplin Globe. First place, Best Feature Photograph, Roger Nomer. Best Feature Story, Emily Yonker. Best Editorial, Best Military Story, Kimberly Barker. Second place, Magazine Alternative Publication, Kevin McClintock. Third place, Best Editorial Pages, Best Feature Story, Kevin McClintock. Best News or Feature Special Section, Emily Yonker. Best Investigative Reporting, Jordan Larimore and Emily Yonker. Best Page Design, Brent Fisher. Honorable Mention, Best Overall Design, Brent Fisher. Best Feature Story, Kevin McClintock. Best Story About the Outdoors, Andy Osmeyer. Best Editorial, Best Story About History, Kimberly Barker. Best Page Design, Nathan Mills. Best Breaking News Story, Jordan Larimore and Joe Hatzel. Best Columnist Serious, Carol Stark. The Northeast News. First place, Tillman Cloud Memorial Weekly's Editorial Award, Michael Bushnell. Second place, Best Editorial Pages, Michael Bushnell and Brian Stalder. The Tillman Cloud Memorial Weekly's Editorial Award, Michael Bushnell. Third place, Best Editorial Cartoon, Brian Stalder. Honorable Mention, Best News or Feature Series, Michael Bushnell and Paul Thompson. The Kansas City Star. First place, Best Online Newspaper or Website. Best Overall Design. Best Information Graphic, Neil Nakahodo. Best Sports Photograph, John Sleezer. Best Video, Jill Toyoshiba. Best Investigative Reporting, Mike Hendricks. Best News or Feature Series, Ian Cummings, Glenn E. Rice, and Tony Rizzo. Best Health Story, Andy Marceau. Best Story About History, David Freeze. Community Service, Laura Bauer, Hunter Woodall, Brian Lowry. Second place, Best Front Page, Best Sports Columnist, Sam Mellinger. Best Information Graphic, Neil Nakahodo. Best Feature Photograph, Tammy Youngblad. Best Editorial Pages, Colleen Nelson, Melinda Henneberger, Dave Helling, Derek Donovan, Toriano Porter, Steve Kresge. Best Feature Story, Lauren Fox. Best News or Feature Obituary, Judy L. Thomas, Laura Bauer, Matt Campbell. Multimedia Reporting. Third place, Best Sports Pages. Best Story About Education, Katie Bergen. Best Video, Shelby Yang. Best Editorial, Melinda Henneberger and Dave Helling. Best Health Story, Kelsey Ryan and Andy Marceau. Best Sports Feature Photograph, John Sleazer. Best Breaking News Story, Jason Hancock, Brian Lowry, Steve Vakra, Lindsay Wise, Allison Kite, Joseph Bustos. Best Military Story, Rick Montgomery. Third place, Best Sports Photograph, John Sleazer. Best Coverage of Government, Lindsay Wise, Jason Hancock, Steve Vakra. Best News Story, Hunter Woodall, Brian Lowry, Jessica Huseman, Blake Patterson. Best News or Feature Series, Eric Adler. Best Editorial, Dave Helling. Best Health Story, Andy Marceau. Best Story About Religion, Judy L. Thomas. Best Columnist Serious, Melinda Henneberger. And honorable mention, Best News Story, Max Lomberg. Best Video, Shelby Yang. Best Investigative Reporting, Meryl Rose Williams and Mike Hendricks. Community Service, Rick Montgomery, Michael Wells, Katie Mativier, Bill Turk, and Joanna Marsh. The Daily Express and News in Kirksville. First place, Best Investigative Reporting, Jason Hunsaker. Best Coverage of Government, Jason Hunsaker. Best Sports News Story or Package, Austin Miller. Best Columnist Serious, Jason Hunsaker. Second place, General Excellence. Best Investigative Reporting, Jessica Cairns. Best Health Story, Jason Hunsaker. Best News or Feature Special Section, Danielle Brown, Jason Hunsaker, and Austin Miller. Best Military Story, Jessica Cairns. Third place, Best Online Newspaper or Website, Jason Hunsaker, Jessica Cairns, Austin Miller. Best Overall Design, Jason Hunsaker, Austin Miller, Danielle Brown. Best Investigative Reporting, Jason Hunsaker. Best Coverage of Government, Jason Hunsaker. Best Health Story, Daniel Brown. Best Story About Religion, Jessica Cairns. Best Sports News Story or Package, Austin Miller. And honorable mention, Best Health Story, Daniel Brown. Best Story About History, Jessica Cairns. Best Story About Rural Life or Agriculture, Jason Hunsaker. And Best Feature Story, Jessica Cairns. The Letterman Daily Record. First place, Best Page Design, Shauna Bradley. Best Photo Package, Steve Smith. Best Photo Illustration, Shauna Bradley. Best News or Feature Series, Steve Smith, Finis Massey, Chris Roden, and Shauna Bradley. Best Story About the Outdoors, Chris Roden. Best Story About Religion, Laura Valenti. Best Story About Education, Chris Roden. Best News Photograph, Finis Massey. More first place, Best News or Feature Special Section, Finis Massey, Shauna Bradley, Jennifer Early, and Beth Chisholm. Best Military Story, Chris Roden. Best Story About Rural Life or Agriculture, Chris Roden. Best Editorial, Magazine Alternative Publication, and Best Breaking News Story, Finis Massey. Second place, Best Breaking News Story, Steve Smith. Best News or Feature Series, Finis Massey. Best Photo Illustration, Shauna Bradley. Best Photo Package, Chris Roden. Best Editorial Pages, Finis Massey. Best Story About Religion, Steve Smith. Best Story About Education, Finis Massey. And Best Page Design, Finis Massey. Third place, Best Page Design, Shauna Bradley. Best Headline Writing, Finis Massey. Best Story About Education, Chris Roden. Best Story About History, Laura Valenti. Best Story About Rural Life or Agriculture, Chris Roden. Best Breaking News Story, Finis Massey. Best News or Feature Obituary, Kirk Pierce. Honorable mention, Best Page Design, Megan Gibbs. Best Business Story, Chris Roden. Missouri Tribune in Liberty. First place, Best Coverage of Government, Amanda Levinsky. Second place, Best Photo Package, Kelly Hoax. Best Coverage of Government, Amanda Levinsky. Best News or Feature Series, Amanda Levinsky, Kelly Hoax, and Sean Roberts. The Lincoln New Era. First place, Best News or Feature Series, Diane Peck. Second place, Best Columnist Serious, Diane Peck. Third place, Best News or Feature Obituary and Best Columnist Serious, Diane Peck. Honorable mention, Best Columnist Serious, Diane Peck. The Marshall Democrat News. The Marshfield Mail. First place, Best Sports News Story or Package, Dane Leo. Best Story About the Outdoors, Karen Crago. Second place, Best Columnist Serious, Dane Lale. Third place, Best Sports Feature Story, Dane Lale. Best Columnist Humorist, Dane Lale. Best Story About History, Sarah Bicknell. Best Columnist Serious, Karen Crago. Honorable mention, Best Story About Religion, Karen Crago. Best Story About History, Sarah Bicknell. The Maryville Forum. First place, Best Sports Feature Story, John Dykstra. Second place, Best News Photograph, Anthony Brown. Best Sports Photograph, John Dykstra. Best News Story, Sky Porzinari. Best Sports News Story or Package, John Dykstra. Best Sports Columnist, Jonathan Baker. Third place, Best Business Story, Sky Pornazari. Best Headline Writing, Anthony Brown. Sky Pornazari, Jeffrey Welk. Honorable mention, General Excellence, Best Sports Pages, John Dykstra. The Mexico Ledger. Second place, Best Headline Writing. And third place, Multimedia Reporting, Sarah Sabatke. The Overly Monitor Index. Second place, Best News Story, Eric Clyburn. Third place, Best Feature Story, Eric Clyburn. And honorable mention, Community Service, Eric Clyburn. The Monette Times. First place, Best Health Story, Melanie Roberts. Second place, Best Sports Featured Photograph, Jared Langford. Best Coverage of Government, Murray Bischoff. Best News or Feature Obituary, Murray Bischoff. Third place, Best News Story, Murray Bischoff. Best Sports Columnist and Best Sports Photograph, Jared Langford. And honorable mention, Best Sports News Story or Package, Jared Langford. Round City News. Oak Grove Focus. First place, Best Story About Education, Ruth Ann Hafner. Best Health Story, Ruth Ann Hafner. The Odessan. Second place, Best Feature Story, Hannah Spar. Best Feature Photograph, Hannah Spar. Third place, Best Sports Photograph, Corey Hales. Best News Story, Hannah Spar. Best Story About Education and Best Story About Rural Life or Agriculture, Hannah Spar. Honorable mention, Best Feature Story, Jordan Wright. Community News of O'Fallon. Lake Expo, Osage Beach. First place, Best Story About the Outdoors, Sarah Halverson. Second place, Best Online Newspaper or Website, Brent Simpson. Nathan Bechtold. Sarah Halverson. Emily Smith. Mike Kircher. Janet Dabbs. Best Headline Writing, Nathan Bechtold. Jay Eastlick. Connie Griffin. Al Griffin. And Sarah Halverson. Best Feature Story, Nathan Bechtold. Best Breaking News Story, Sarah Halverson and Nathan Bechtold. Third place, Best Coverage of Government. And Best Story About Education, Nathan Bechtold. Honorable mention, Best Breaking News Story, Janet Dabbs. St. Clair County Courier. First place, Best News Story, Brandy Borland. The Tillman Cloud Memorial Weekly's Editorial Award, Michael Crawford. And honorable mention, the Tillman Cloud Memorial Weekly's Editorial Award, Michael Crawford. Gasconade County Republican. First place, Best Coverage of Government, Dave Marner. Best Photo Package, Dave Marner. Jacob Warden, Dennis Warden. Second place, Best Overall Design, Best Business Story, and Best Photo Package, Dave Marner. Best Health Story, Linda Trest. Third place, Best Feature Story, Roxy Murphy. Honorable mention, Best Breaking News Story, Roxy Murphy. The Christian County Headliner News. First place, Best Business Story, Rance Berger and Sydney Moore. Best Front Page, Best Sports Photograph, Pat Daly. Best Story About Rural Life or Agriculture, Sydney Moore. Best Editorial Pages. Second place, Best Local Business Coverage, Best Story About Education, Rance Berger. Best Story About Rural Life or Agriculture, Sydney Moore. Third place, Best Story About Religion and Multimedia Reporting, Rance Berger. Best Online Newspaper or Website. And honorable mention, Best Overall Design, Best Coverage of Government, Rance Berger. Perry County, the Republic Monitor of Perryville. First place, Best Overall Design, Best Columnist Humorist, Robert Cox. Best News Story, Robert Cox. Best Editorial Cartoon, Debbie Gahan. Second place, Best Front Page, Best Columnist Humorist, Beth Durham. Best breaking news story and best coverage of government, Robert Cox. Third place, best breaking news story and best video, Robert Cox. Honorable mention, best news or feature special section, Heather Wentz, Stephanie Van Dieven, and staff. Best news or feature obituary, Robert Cox. Best editorial cartoon, Debbie Gahan. Best video, Robert Cox. The Clinton County Leader. First place, best front page, Brett Adkisson. Best news or feature obituary, Steve Tinnen. Best sports feature photograph, Brett Adkisson. Best sports news story or package, Brett Adkisson and Clint Dye. Second place, best photo illustration and best sports feature story, Brett Adkisson. Honorable mention, best sports feature photograph, Clint Dye. Best feature photograph, Brett Adkisson. The Quincy, Illinois Herald Wig. First place, best news or feature special section. Best story about the outdoors, Matt Shipmill. Second place, best news or feature special section. Third place, best overall design, best front page, best sports pages. The Richmond News. First place, best page design, Jack Miles Ventimiglia. Best local business coverage, best investigative reporting, Jack Miles Ventimiglia. Best sports pages, Sean Roney and Jack. Best news or feature obituary, Jack Miles Ventimiglia. Community service, Jack again. Best story about education, Joy Tipping. Best sports columnist, Sean Roney. Best health story, Teresa Shaw. And the Tillman Cloud Memorial Weekly's editorial award, Jack Miles Ventimiglia. Second place, general excellence. Best photo illustration, best sports feature story, best story about religion. All together now, Jack Miles Ventimiglia. Best news or feature obituary, Teresa Shaw. Best story about history, best sports feature photograph, and the Tillman Cloud Memorial Weekly's editorial award, Jack Miles. Third place, best overall design, best photo illustration, Jack Miles Ventimiglia. Best news photograph, Teresa Shaw. Best coverage of rural life or agriculture. Best military story. Best feature photograph. Best sports news story or package. Best coverage of government. Best story about the outdoors. Third place, best editorial cartoon. Best editorial pages. Best sports columnist. And the Tillman Cloud Memorial Weekly's editorial award. All those, including honorable mention, best business story, best information graphic, best front page, best photo illustration, best sports story, best photo package, best story about rural life or agriculture, Jack Miles Ventimiglia. The Salem News. The Sedalia Democrat. First place, best military story, Hope Leckie. Best business story, Nicole Cook. Second place, best columnist serious, Bob Satman. Third place, best military story, Nicole Cook. Springfield News Leader. First place, Best News Story, Will Schmidt. Best Photo Package, Andrew Jansen. Best Page Design, Jamie Stade. Best Business Story, Gregory J. Holland. Best Columnist Serious, Steve Hoken. Second place, Best Overall Design. Best Headline Writing. Best Coverage of Government, Melissa Sue. Second place, Best Sports Feature Story, Wyatt D. Wheeler. Best Story About Rural Life or Agriculture, Will Schmidt. Best Photo Package, Nathan Papes. Best Columnist Serious, Stephen Herzog. Third place, General Excellence. Best Information Graphic, Jamie Stade. Best Coverage of Rural Life or Agriculture. Best News or Feature Obituary, Claudette Riley. Third place, Multimedia Reporting. Best Story About the Outdoors, Wes Johnson. Best Video, Nathan Papes. Best Sports Feature Photograph, Andrew Jansen. Best Breaking News Story, Wyatt D. Wheeler. Community Service, Giacomo Bologna. Best Military Story, Steve Hoken. Honorable Mention, Best Information Graphic. Best Photo Illustration, Andrew Jansen. Best Feature Photograph, Best News Photograph, Andrew Jansen. Best Coverage of Government, Harrison Keegan. Best Local Business Coverage. Best Sports Feature Story, Wyatt D. Wheeler. Best Sports Pages. Best Photo Package, Andrew Jansen. Best Sports Feature Photograph, Andrew Jansen. Best Military Story, Steve Hoken. St. Joseph News Press. St. Louis American. First place, Best Overall Design, Mike Terhar and Melvin Moore. Best Video, Rebecca Rivas. Best Sports Feature Story, Ishmael Strump. Best News or Feature Special Section. Best Front Page, Mike Terhar. Best Headline Writing, Chris King. Multimedia Reporting. Best Editorial Cartoon, Kevin Belford. First place, Best Story About Education, Rebecca Rivas. Best News Story, Rebecca Rivas. Best Sports Pages, Earl Austin Jr., Ishmael Strump, Alvin Reed, and Tayshawn Reed. Second place, Best Video, Rebecca Rivas. Best News Photograph, Wiley Price. Best Newspapers and Education Project, Kathy Sewell. Best Online Newspaper or Website, Ishmael Strump and Kenya Vaughn. Best Story About Education, Chris King. Community Service. Third place, General Excellence. Best Local Business Coverage. Best Photo Package, Melvin Moore. Best Investigative Reporting, Rebecca Rivas. Best Editorial Pages. Best Sports Columnist, Alvin Reed. Best Columnist Serious, Mike Jones. Best News or Feature Series. An honorable mention, Best Sports Feature Story, Tayshawn Reed. Best News or Feature Obituary, Don Suggs. Best Story About Rural Life or Agriculture, Tiffany Shawn. Best Sports Columnist, Ishmael Strump. Best Coverage of Government. The St. Louis Business Journal. First place, Best Page Design, Michael Behrens. Best Information Graphic, Michael Behrens and Benita Rizvik. Best Story About History, Diane Barr and Jacob Kern. Best Photo Package, Dalit Vishwanath. Best Story About Rural Life or Agriculture, Steph Kakulian. Best Photo Illustration, Michael Behrens. Second place, General Excellence. Best Sports Feature Story, Nathan Rebelke. Best Page Design, Michael Behrens. Best Information Graphic, Michael Behrens. Best Front Page, Eric Seamers. Multimedia reporting, Vanita Rizvik, Dilip Vishwanath, Aaron Hart. Best local business coverage, Eric Seamers. Best investigative reporting, Jacob Kern and Brian Robbins. Best story about the outdoors, Diane Barr. Best feature photograph, Dilip Vishwanath. Third place, Best page design, Michael Behrens. Best feature story, Vanita Rizvik. Best information graphic, Michael Behrens and Vanita Rizvik. Best story about education, Vanita Rizvik. Best sports news story or package, Nathan Rebelke. Best photo illustration, Michael Behrens. An honorable mention, Best health story, Brian Robbins. Best page design, Michael Behrens. Best business story, Steph Kakulian. Best feature story, Steph Kakulian. Best information graphic, Michael Behrens. Best breaking news story, Greg Edwards. Best investigative reporting, Steph Kakulian. Best feature photograph, Dilip Vishwanath. St. Louis Call. Missouri Lawyers Weekly. First place, Best Feature Story, Scott Lauck. Second place, Best Overall Design, Ryan O'Shea and Matt Foster. Best Business Story, Jessica Shoemaker. Third place, Best Headline Writing, Ryan O'Shea. And Honorable Mention, General Excellence. St. Louis Post-Dispatch. The Webster Kirkwood Times. First place, Best Columnist Humorist, Don Corrigan. Best Story About the Outdoors, Don Corrigan. Second place, Best News or Feature Obituary, Jamie Mowers. Third place, Best Feature Photograph, Ursula Rule. Honorable mention, Best News Photograph, Diana Lindsley. Best Story About History, Don Corrigan. The Tifton Times. First place, Magazine Alternative Publication, Becky Holloway and Tara Allenbaugh. Honorable mention, Best News or Feature Special Section, Becky Holloway and Tara Allenbaugh. The Trenton Republican Times. First place, Best Headline Writing, Seth Harold. Best Sports Feature Story, Seth Harold. And third place, Best News or Feature Special Section, Seth Harold. The current local. First place, Best Story About Rural Life or Agriculture, Ryan Van Winkle. Best News Photograph, Mike Grassland. Second place, Best Feature Story, Ryan Van Winkle. The Tillman Cloud Memorial Weekly's Editorial Award, Ryan Van Winkle. Third place, Best Investigative Reporting, Ryan Van Winkle. Best Sports Feature Photograph, Mike Grassland. Best Feature Photograph, Mike Grassland. And honorable mention, Best Sports Photographer, Mike Grassland. Best Military Story, Ryan Van Winkle. And Best Story About the Outdoors, Ryan Van Winkle. The Warren County Record. The Washington Missourian. The West Plains Daily Quill. First place, Best News Story, Abby Hess. Best Story About History, Abby Hess. Best Business Story, Abby Hess. Best News or Feature Obituary, Sherry Harper. Best Feature Story, Abby Hess. Second place, Best Feature Photograph, Ken Langston. Best Story About the Outdoors, Abby Hess. Best News Photograph, Ken Langston. Best Business Story, Regina Mazingo. And now, for the General Excellence winners. For the weeklies, Class 1, the winner is the Clinton County Leader. Class 1, the Clinton County Leader. The winner in Class 2, the Christian County Headliner News. And in Class 3 for the weeklies, the Courier Tribune. General Excellence for the dailies. Class 1, the Lebanon Daily Record,